How are you? Yeah, I've grown out of arguing with people in general, much less somebody that's,
Yeah,
can't retain.
yeah. Don't give your body time to adjust. That's when a lot of people get sick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's gotten so bad even the plants don't really have time to figure it out. They get confused too.
Yeah. So,
Well, if she playing around, I hope she go ahead and do what she gonna do. Or because the longer she try to fake it out, the more she gonna owe to school
yep,
when it's
yep,
done.
yep, yep.
I know you don't know. I talked to her a couple of days before she left. After you told me she was going that Sunday, I called and talked to her a couple of nights before. I know I put a lot on there at once, so I told her I was gonna call her back the next day, but I didn't because I know she wasn't ready to answer the questions I had because didn't nothing make sense. Wasn't nothing adding up
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever, and I know she wasn't prepared to answer some basic questions. So I was like, well, I don't want to put that on you. I know you need to focus on your studies or whatever, and kind of just hung up. She wasn't rude or nothing, but I know it was she young. She didn't want to deal with that. That was grown talk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she gonna have to one way or another. So the best way for her to do is deal with it then, because the brick wall ain't no fun. But some people
Yep.
gotta hit it. But that's not personal. Teenage. This new millennial kids. They don't just they not blatantly disrespectful, but they still wind up being disrespectful. They don't. They
Oh
don't.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They
They
don't.
don't realize you might need that person again one day.
Yeah, might. You going to in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. I don't know. This the world we in. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad to survive it. That's all I know. It just make me glad I chose not to. I mean, I still have. I think that it would be cute to have a little around, but the way the world is, and when I look at all the kids, it make me glad I ain't have kids. But it's ups and downs of everything, cause I ain't gonna have nobody when I get old either. So
Yeah.
either way. I'm glad for whatever now, and just try not to worry about too much stuff, on my way into old age, cause that'll take away from whatever time I have now. So I'm happy all in all. Hold on to my joy in the childhood I had with the wonderful parents I had.
Yeah.
I have still, fortunately. I don't even call my friends no more really, because I don't want to put nothing heavy on nobody other people. So people probably just think I'm antisocial and not friendly though, which I guess you could say. It's all for a reason though. So I'm however it goes, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
How's church going?
Pretty good. I went to church yesterday.
People will find out something really happened, or something. They'll be like, why didn't you tell? It would have been. And I'm like, because that's not your issue. This is business. I got, you get paid to do a job, period.
So I told her to walk I'm not supposed to walk in. I said, it's on that paper you're supposed to walk in.
She been walking them since then, though?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good.
She walking about 20 minutes.
What'd you say her name was?
She don't know it. I'm going to ask somebody else. I'm not going to put
She don't need to know it, yeah. She don't need to know it.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't her business. She just not doing what she's supposed to do, so.
I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go on and wait, and when it's time, I'm going to do it. That's okay. It's all good.
Anyway.
Okay, then.
I
Take
love
care.
you. I love
I know you do. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Lucy's having melatonin workout for a week, and they lost like 10 inches.
I bet they did, even though her pictures are some bullshit.
No. The comment.
Oh, okay. I believe that though,
Yeah.
But like you said, it's a matter of just doing something at all consistently. Cause I was looking at you up and down this morning, and I started to say, I was like, he gonna think I'm just talking, and I was gonna say, you still shrinking.
That's the plan, but I would have said you just talking.
I know.
Yeah.
But it did motivate me to work out maybe twice today. Cause I've been working out, but I've been playing with it to be real with myself. But I've been maintaining and not gaining everything back. Still, I know you've been getting it in between elliptical and quick morning hits.
Yeah.
And that's what we were doing before. Except you doing both cardio now. Before we were doing cardio in the morning and then yoga at night. So you getting even more in to be doing cardio for both.
Yeah, and I think the main thing, probably 80% of it is
You're eating.
a diet. Yeah.
Yeah. Even sometimes if people get cancer or whatever, I've heard people, I don't know how true it is, but it makes sense. Some people is like, it make you really wonder what cancer really is. But anyway, she fell and hit her shoulder on her dresser or whatever. And so she said her shoulder, she hurt her shoulder. So her mom had called and told her older sister to take her to the emergency room. She went to the emergency room and they said, she pulled something. She went home and went to bed, woke up the next morning, her whole arm was limp. And next thing you know, she got cancer. And I'm like, what the is cancer for real? You know what I mean? But anyway, somebody was in the comments and they was like, cut out all sugar immediately. Cancer loves sugar. And I've heard that before. Like it feeds the sugar feeds cancer.
Right, and acidic conditions.
It got so aggressive. She lost her arm, and so now she fighting for her life in a
They
ICU.
probably was gonna say she already had it, and then when she hit that.
Right, because they don't want to be liable for not telling what was wrong as soon as she hit herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, like I say, it could have been underlying and that exposed it or something.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. You know what? It was just like not. It was even like kind of pussy, like not.
Yeah. Well, that's all pretty much cancer is growth. Uncontrollable growth.
Yeah. But my point was that sugar feeds some of the bullshit that we're afflicted with in this country as humans.
Yeah, it does. And I was reading that, there's different kinds of sugar, but once your body breaks it down into glucose, it can't tell the difference.
Yeah, right. Your body can't.
I figured, man, I love them fucking grapes, dog.
Yeah, I was gonna get you some more today.
And I think maybe.
Did you take some for lunch?
Nah.
Okay.
I forgot.
Well, I'm glad you didn't, because it's nice to have for after dinner.
Right. That's
Yeah.
a good snack that it satisfies my sweet tooth.
Right. That's still a decent dessert.
Yeah, because even getting more into it, like different sugars raise your blood sugar and insulin levels at different rates. So a glycemic index of foods like popcorn raises it real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapples raise it fast.
Mm-hmm.
But stuff like wheat bread and wheat and oats,
Mm-hmm.
that raises it slower. So you don't have that real quick spike and then you hungry again and you want to eat more.
Right.
And the more insulin you have in your body, it promotes fat storage, not fat loss.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, grapes is on the right between low and medium.
Okay. Yeah, because
But,
I... Go ahead.
Hold on, you know that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, come on, man. But anyway, eating too many grapes still equates to too many carbs, but that's better than eating a bunch of chocolate. So
It's
whatever.
a lot better than eating a bunch of chocolate, and it's actually satisfying with fewer of them. You know what I mean?
The chocolate's got a lot of fat in it too.
Mm-hmm.
But with what I'm doing, it doesn't matter too much. But I just think that I'm getting the extra. I might as well make it count. Every little bit count until I get where I want to be, and then I'm gonna relax a little bit, because I'm definitely gonna go back to my sugar coffee in the morning and see how that worked out.
You didn't take no yummy juice?
I forgot.
Okay.
It's supposed to be in the 70s. I heard today.
I mean, not just for cooling off, but it's also good for you. And even though it's the pineapple sugar, it's still better than a candy bar.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, that's true. But if I'm aware of it, I try to look and the carbs and stuff. But during the day, I need my energy.
Yeah. But you are still shrinking, so, like, actively.
Well, this week is gonna be a test week. I didn't do bad because I still can eat. I just wanted to not eat until a certain time.
Right.
Yeah. President went after Google, right? So I didn't hear the whole story, but I guess Google's fucking with him.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll
And they
stop.
were like,
Maybe they'll stop fucking with us.
Yeah, they keep talking about social media and all this stuff. Like, they were saying, how can he say that he's the one that used it to get elected too? Like, and to trash talk. What are you talking about?
Well, that's what they get. They let it happen, so whatever.
Yeah.
I just go let the colonizers implode. Maybe that'll keep them off our ass for a minute.
All right, well, we'll let you go, and hope you have a good day.
You don't sound like you hope I have a good day.
Oh, no, I was just thinking about my day. Like,
Well, I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a wonderful day. Not even surprisingly wonderful, just plain old wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, your spirit's been better since you got skinny again.
You think so?
Yeah, oh yeah. Absolutely. You try to start shit a little bit less. That's just a little bit less, but.
That was totally you, but it's cool.
What was totally me?
Whatever you talking about.
I'm not talking about one incident. I'm talking about a general frequency, vibrations.
Oh, okay. All right.
You got a vibe high up in it. When you're dealing with a unicorn. You married to me for this long, and you seem like you already know. But you be on that You was on that low frequency for a minute.
Because I'm married to a unicorn.
Yeah.
So I gotta. I don't.
So I know when you vibrate on a low frequency or not.
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
You stick your unicorn horn in the air and check it out.
Yep. We call it our antenna.
Oh, that's what you call it.
Yep.
It's not a bush thorn.
Don't worry about it. That's not even for you to know about.
Okay.
You're gonna hurt yourself trying to figure that out. I was recording my dream. I'm gonna be mad if it ain't still on when I get off the phone. Just let you know.
Oh, well, my bad.
It sure is.
Because you probably forgot the rest of it.
I finished it. I had finished. I was just talking shit in the aftermath. I should have been stopped. So
You would do what?
I was just still talking shit in the aftermath about different random stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, I told a dream, but then I was, little stuff that I think attributed to me having a dream, like the one that I didn't tell you last night.
Yeah.
At one point I looked up and somebody was talking to me, and as I went on to talking to the guy, he was old. He had like some great salt and pepper sideburns and beard and mustache or whatever. And as he kept talking, I realized, I was like, that's Jamie Foxx. It sounded like Jamie Foxx as an old man. So it looked like in Django, the coon that Samuel Jackson was playing.
Yeah.
It was actually like, it looked like that guy, but the facial structure was Jamie's. And so I was like, I bet you Django done creeped up in that dream. You know what I mean? I bet that's probably why he was Jamie Foxx. But anyway, it's hard to explain. But it was an old guy like that, but it was Jamie Foxx made up as that old guy instead of Samuel Jackson. But he wasn't a coon. But he was one of the only white people on that land, in that scene of my dream or whatever. So anyway, I was just talking some post shit after I done already told a dream. So that's why I said I'd be mad, because I finished the dream. I finished telling it. I ain't gonna remember the whole damn thing again.
I got you.
Yeah. I was just talking shit after I had explained the dream. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, okay. You gonna text her and see how she doing?
Yep.
Not that you gonna get her response, but
Yeah, I'm worried about her.
yeah, text her, see how she doing. No, you don't have to,
Yeah.
leave that you know what's going on, but
Yeah.
technically you don't, so just
Yeah.
see what she says. She may reach out to you, she might act like everything's cool, she might not respond, but at least you kind of got an idea.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I think it was a good thing. I think it was
That's fine. Let's just let it go.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that you should communicate with your niece if you want to know about her. That's all I'm saying. That's why I was just saying. Send her a text, whatever.
Okay.
Despite, obviously, she's trying to be strong, or she doesn't want to, express her feelings, and so that's when you kind of you don't face off with them, but like just sending her a text, even if she doesn't respond, you're available.
Mm-hmm.
If she needs you to be there, she knows that.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Family works.
Okay.
All right, love you. Have a good day.
Love you. Fuck.